Good morning, class family. It's a thankful Thursday. Let's look at our message together. Show me that you're a team and a class family. Follow along with your eyes and listen with your ears. Use your finger to point. Ready? Start in the top right-hand corner with today's date. January 16th, 2025. Dear class family, today is Thursday. We will learn a lot at school. First, we will learn letters and sounds. Next, we will do literacy centers. Then, we will introduce and read a poem. After that, we will describe the relationship between the illustrations and the story. Last, we will draw and write an opinion text. Love, Miss Joyner. All right, class family, we're going to look back and reread the message. Remember, that's what good readers do. They reread. They do this so their brain can understand the words on the page. Use your finger to point. Start in the top right-hand corner of today's date. I notice the month is spelled with the capital letter J, then A, and period. What does that abbreviation stand for? We'll say the name of the month out loud. If you said January, you're right. Great job. Notice the capital letter J to start. Good writers and mathematicians capitalize the first letter of each month of the year because it's special and important. They also capitalize the first letter of each day of the week. Okay, readers, we're going to continue to reread from top to bottom and left to right. January 16th, 2025. Dear class family, after our greeting, I noticed a punctuation mark. Do you recall the name of this punctuation mark? It starts on the line and does a little curve. If you said comma, go ahead and pat yourself on the back. You're right. And we'll notice commas and other punctuation marks within our message. After our greeting, notice the bigger finger space to indent. Good writers indent or leave a bigger finger space to jumpstart each paragraph. That's what good writers do. And good writers start sentences with capital letters and end with punctuation marks. As we are rereading each sentence, notice how every sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. Review the names of these punctuation marks that you're going to be seeing. Are you ready, readers? Okay, skywrite and say it. Period. At the end of telling sentences, statements, and abbreviations. Exclamation point, also called an exclamation mark. That's at the end of a sentence that shows strong feeling. Question mark at the end of question sentences. And comma. You will see commas used in the date, after our greeting, after transitional words and phrases, after our closing at the end, as well as when listing a few items in a sentence. Good writers know where to use punctuation marks. We will learn. Today is Thursday. It is Thursday. It's a thankful Thursday. We will learn a lot at school. Oh, that's true, class family. And you know what? We do that every single day, working on being a portrait of a graduate. Every day at school in kindergarten, we are practicing being a great communicator and collaborator by speaking clearly with our mouths and listening with our ears. That's what good communicators do. And each day we are working on being a strong listener. Remember, a strong listener uses their eyes for watching, ears for listening, mouth is silent when someone else is speaking, and body is still in one place. Are you being a strong listener in kindergarten? All right, class family, at this time, we're going to go ahead and share the sequence of what we're doing in language arts. Remember, the sequence is the order of events from beginning to end. Review these transitional words and phrases. Are you ready, readers? Okay, say it with me. First, next, then. After that, last. First, we will learn letters and sounds. Oh, we will. And I am so excited. You have made amazing progress this year in kindergarten. And just like we do every day, we'll continue to use all of our resources, including our alphabet chart. We have a poster. We have the electronic version. We have so many resources, hands-on, electric ones. We're going to review letters, sounds, pictures match that letter, and American Sign Language. Shout out to some YouTube channels. Benchmark Advance. We've got Jack Hartman's YouTube channel, Mr. B, The Singing Walrus, The Learning Station, Brain Pop Jr., just to name a few. Oh, it's going to be a great day. We're going to move our bodies, we're going to say the letters and sounds, and pump our brains with knowledge, and let's get ready for first grade. Okay, check out this sentence that starts with this transitional word next. Next, we will do literacy centers. We will, and listen carefully, class family. Remember, I'm going to be testing at a table. We also have another teacher who'll be testing as well. So when your name is called, come on over, because we're doing vowels. Remember, that is the standardized test in the state of Virginia for literacy for kindergartners, and we're going to be working on that today. So listen carefully when your name is called, come over and show what you know. We're also going to have students that are on Lexia Core 5 reading program, as well as meeting with other teachers in groups and using some centers in the classroom, reading books, writing, and doing a great job during literacy centers. Then we will introduce and read a poem. So we have a new poem for today. It's called Catch a Little Rhyme by Eve Merriam. Once upon a time, I caught a little rhyme. I set it on the floor, but it ran right out the door. I chased it on my bicycle, but it melted to an icicle. I scooped it up in my hat, but it turned into a cat. I caught it by the tail, but it stretched into a whale. I followed it in a boat, but it changed into a goat. When I fed it tin and paper, it became a tall skyscraper. Then it grew into a kite and flew far out of sight. We'll be reading this today at school and using the electronic version. Follow along with our eyes as it's highlighted. And we also have our big book as well, where I'll be sharing and pointing to that. And we'll be using the pictures and the words to help us as we're reading this today at school. Remember, it's called Catch a Little Rhyme. Okay, after that, we'll describe the relationship between the illustrations and the stories. And we know writers tell many stories. And our essential question this week has been, why do people tell stories? And we've been reading many different things. We're going to look back at the spider and the deer. We're going to reread this because that's what good readers do. And after rereading the text, we're going to go back and we're going to be describing the relationship between the illustrations and the story. So we're going to look back at the pictures, the illustrations, and the text. And we're going to be describing the relationship between the two and how each helps us. So think about it as we're looking back at the pictures. How does that help us to understand the words? What's the relationship between the illustrations and the text? Last, we'll draw and write an opinion text. And remember, when writing, the 3-step writing strategy: I think, I draw, I write, and talk. We'll be doing this, and here's an example. I like the spider and the deer best because I like to read about animal characters. So look how the illustration and the text match each other, and this is an opinion text. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Remember, all day long, we use the 5 pre-writing strokes: up and around, touch, pull down, touch, push over, slant right, slant left. It's going to be a fantastic day at school. Get your fans ready. Fantastic. Our question is a do you like question in our T-chart and it is, do you like deer? Do you? Think about your answer and get ready to share why and be a great communicator. Do you like deer?